In this section of the course, we're going to shift our focus to taking a look at some of the more advanced options when it comes to working with pivot tables. Because by now you should be at least used to creating a basic pivot table, but I just want to show you some of the tips and tricks to really elevate the look and feel. Now we're starting with a dataset just here. You can see we have quite a few columns, and this is basically again a product sales spreadsheet. So we have the country and the region columns, we have the product column, the units sold, the manufacturing price, the sales price, the gross sales, the COGS, the profit, and the date. So the first thing to do here is to create a pivot table, and then I'm going to show you how you can create your own pivot table style to really customize the look and feel. And this is particularly good if you need to make your pivot tables consistent with your company branding. So things like colors. So let's click in our data set. You can see I've already got this in a table and I've called it product sales. So I'm going to choose summarize with pivot table. I'm going to put my pivot table on a new worksheet. Let's click on OK. And now I have my blank pivot table report. Now, first little tip here with these pivot table fields, you can pick this up and drag it over here if you want it to be closer to your pivot table. We can also resize and drag this out. And also, if you find that you have a lot of fields at the top here and you don't particularly enjoy scrolling up and down to see them, you can change the layout of this pivot table fields area. If you click the little cog, notice that currently we have field section and areas stacked, but we could say side by side. And when we do that, it puts the pivot table fields in a big long list, and then we have our areas over here. So this is really personal preference, but just remember this is easier if you have a lot of fields. Now, I always have mine stacked, so I'm going to put them back so I don't get confused. Now I'm going to do a very basic analysis here. I'm going to grab region and drop that down into rows. I'm going to grab product and drop that underneath. And we're going to do our analysis by the profit. Let's grab that and drop it into values. So very quickly there, I've created a basic pivot table report. I'm going to grab this pivot table fields pane and let's just drag it all the way over to the right hand side and dock it back in place, because I want to do a little bit of tidying up just here. Now currently what you see being used in this pivot table is a very basic design. So if we go to the design tab, you can see it's just applied one of these standard pivot table styles based on the theme that I'm using. So if you recall, if we go to page layout, we have themes in here, and I'm using the default office theme. If you change the theme, you're going to get a whole entire set of different colors. Now I'm going to keep mine on office. Now another thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to add another column that shows me the average of the profit as well. So I'm going to grab the profit field again and drop that into values, and then we're quickly going to right click, go to summarize values by, and I'm going to do an average as well. And let's just double click and change the name of the heading. So I'm going to say AVG of profit, just to make that a little bit shorter. Let's click on OK. So we're looking good so far. Now, what about if I want to create my own pivot table style to apply to this dataset? Well, this is pretty simple. Let's go to the design tab. As I mentioned, we have a whole gallery of different pivot table styles based on our theme. Now, if you want to create a pivot table style that is very similar to one of these themes that we already have in here, you can simply modify the current style. Alternatively, you can click New Pivot Table Style at the bottom and design your own from scratch. Now, I'm going to choose one of these medium styles. So let's have a little scroll over and see what we have in here. And I think I'm going to use this one, Green Pivot Table Style Medium 4. Now, if we right click, notice that we can't edit that style directly because it is an inbuilt style. But what we can do is duplicate the style and give it a custom name. So I'm going to call this Corporate PT theme, and this is where we can start making adjustments. Now underneath the table element header, you can see we have all of the different elements of the table, and we can select any of these and format them exactly as we want it to look. So I'm going to go to whole table. Let's click on the format button, and I'm going to say that I want borders, and we're going to make the borders, let's make them a dark green, and I'm going to go for an outline border and an inside border. Click on OK. Now, I'm not going to change all of the elements in this table. I'm just going to change some of them because you'll kind of get the idea as to how this works. And the one thing that I don't like about this is that sometimes it is a bit hard to know which element you're changing. So quite often I'll make one change, I'll click on OK, and then I will apply the custom style to see what it looks like. So when we go back into the Design tab, there is our custom style. I can click it and see what that looks like. So all I've done here is apply green borders to the inside and outside, and I can see those just there. So now I get a better idea as to the things I might want to change. So I think I'm going to change this second stripe to a slightly darker green color. So I'm just going to go back to my theme, right click, and this time we can modify. So let's go for second row stripe. Let's format this. Let's go for fill. I'm going to make it this green just here. So slightly darker. Click on OK, click on OK again, and then we need to reapply the theme. Now, you're not seeing it in here because we don't have banded rows turned on. So if we turn those on, you can see there is that second stripe. Now, I actually don't like that. So let's right click. Let's go to modify, second row stripe, format. I'm actually going to make this a really light gray instead and click on OK. And when we reapply, that looks a lot better. Now I want to change this lighter green, so let's modify the style again. And if we scroll down, I'm going to go for row subheading 1. Let's click on format, and I want to make that a slightly darker green. Let's click on OK and OK again, and you can see there we go. Now I also want to make this bold. So where we have this green shading, I want those to be bold. So let's right click, modify, and I'm going to go back to row subheading 1. Let's click on format because we can go to font and we can make the font bold. Click on OK and OK again, and you can see that those numbers are now bolded. And I think I also want to make the header row bold. So let's right click, modify, I'm going to select header row, format, and then we can make those bold. I could even make them bold and italic. Why not? Let's do that. Click on OK and OK again, and there we go. So hopefully you can see how easy it is to modify your actual style, and you can really customize every single element. Now, one thing I am going to do is I'm going to change the number formatting. Now we can't actually make that part of our style, so let's just go to number, use 1000 separator, take it down to 0, click on OK. Now one more thing I'm going to do here is I can see I've got some minus values in here, so let's go into number format again, and I'm going to say display these in brackets and in red. Let's click on OK. Let's do the same for this column. I'm going to go to number format, select our negative value option, click on OK, and that looks a lot nicer. Now I'm going to drag these columns out a little bit just to give the pivot table a bit more room. And I'm also going to go up to blank rows, and I'm going to say insert a blank line after each item. Now, did you notice that as soon as I did that, it removed the column widths that I've set? So this is a really annoying problem. If you set these column widths to a very specific width and then you refresh or add something to the table, it's going to reset back to the default widths. Now you can stop that from happening by going to Pivot Table Analyze, going into Options and deselecting Auto Fit Column Widths on Update. Click on OK. And now those column widths will stay as you've set them. And if you want this pivot table style to be applied to any pivot table that you create going forward, all you need to do is right click on your new theme and choose Set as Default.
If you're not a subscriber, click down below to subscribe so you get notified about similar videos we upload. To see the full course that this video came from, click over there. And click over there to see more videos from Simon Says It.